Family's beach day takes a turn after kids spot weird object in the sand. Dads love photographing family memories. It's one of their many responsibilities. Whether it's the Halloween or the big dance, Dad'll be there with a camera. For one particular family, this was a lifesaver. The Gravell family was enjoying some time at their favorite neighborhood destination, and at the behest of their father, the kids posed for a photo and moved on. But a closer inspection of the picture revealed something so terrible in the background that the authorities had to get involved. The beach is certainly one of the most sought-after destinations for any family looking to enjoy some time outdoors. The Gravell family from Bury Port in Wales was no different. They were lucky enough to live by the shore. Because of their proximity to the water, weekly beach trips were very common when the weather was nice. Kelly and Gareth were proud parents to children Aaron and Ellis, and the close family loved to spend time at the beach. Their favorite activities consisted of frolicking in the waves and walking along the shoreline. Bury Port was once an industrial hub for incoming ships, but is now a picturesque slice of heaven for beachgoers. It was a day like any other when the Gravell family headed toward the sea. In the shadow of the lighthouse, they decided to take a dip in the water. Gareth snapped a few photos of his kids on the beach. Young Aaron and Ellis both enjoyed boogie boarding with their dad. The weather was shaping up to be perfect. The backdrop of blue skies and the warm waves created the ideal, tranquil atmosphere for the family. But their adventures weren't confined to the water. The kids loved searching the miles of sand for some exciting discovery brought forth from the depths of the sea. Normally, it would be a sand dollar or a particularly lovely shell. This day was different. After Gareth posted this picture on his Facebook with the cheery caption, "No place like home," kids love Bury Port on a nice day. They set off for a leisurely stroll. It wasn't long before the family noticed something odd in the distance. It appeared to be circular in shape, but much larger than any shell. As they approached the object, they got a full understanding of how big it truly was. It stuck out like a sore thumb. As they took a closer look, Gareth and Kelly assumed the item could only be a buoy. It was large and round, but different from a buoy in one obvious way. First of all, the family noted every inch of the curious thing was densely populated with barnacles. This meant they couldn't read the text on the object, but it seemed harmless enough, so Gareth did what he knew best. He began snapping pictures of his family with their discovery. Ellis, the little boy, even dared to touch the item. He was careful not to cut his hand on the barnacles. Little did they know, it wasn't the barnacles that could cause harm. Gareth caught the exact moment his son reached out to touch the buoy. He posted the photos of their beach adventure on Facebook, saying Ellis was fascinated with the sea monster, washed up in the Bury Port beach. The family and their online followers delighted in the whimsical object, and they went on about their beach day. But they had just flirted with a deadly disaster. That's right, their barnacle-covered buoy was no buoy at all. It wouldn't be until 5 days later that the Gravell family would get surprising news in regards to the object they used for a family photo op. The barnacles on the side of the object began to wash away, revealing some ominous text. One man saw the pictures of the object and made a call to the authorities. He recognized that it might not actually be a buoy, but something more nefarious. Within a few hours of the call, the beach was closed to the public. It turned out that the so-called buoy was actually a military explosive dating back to World War II. That's right, the very same object that little Ellis Gravell had been touching with his bare hand was in reality a massive bomb. The Coast Guard got involved, calling a bomb squad to handle this sensitive and lethal relic from years past. They decided they would detonate the explosive in a safe, controlled manner to avoid harm to anyone. A crowd gathered as the authorities handled the mysterious object. Among them, the Gravell family, breathing a massive sigh of relief. Neither Gareth or Kelly could have predicted something like this, and they felt incredibly lucky to have dodged such a bullet. Everyone in the community was glad to see the object being disposed of. Many people had walked past it, having no idea that their lives had been in danger. The youngest member of the Gravell family still had one major concern. "Are the little animals on there going to be okay?" he asked. Of course, the successful disposal made sure no harm was done to any humans. The same may not be said about the doomed barnacles that hitched a ride on the weapon. This scary event will not stop the Gravell family from frequenting their favorite beach, although they may think twice before touching any of the odd items they find washed up on shore.